Hi, I am from the Makata Tigray, UK, which is a community association of Tigrayan diaspora who are Tigrayans of Ethiopian origin. We are an independent, open campaigning organization. The reason we are here today is to urge the UK government to pressurize the Ethiopian government to implement the Pretoria Peace Agreement. The Pretoria Peace Agreement is an agreement between the Tigrayan regional government and the Ethiopian federal government to stop hostilities. As you probably know, there was a war in Tigray, in northern Ethiopia, for 2 years, which claimed hundreds of thousands of lives, a lot of gender-based violence, wanton destruction of industry and people's livelihood, siege economy and so on. That war has stopped for now because of the Pretoria Peace Agreement. However, the Pretoria Peace Agreement is not being fully implemented. For example, in Tigray still you have foreign forces such as Eritrean forces and Amhara forces from other regions in Ethiopia. So we're urging the UK government to use its leverage, because the UK government has a lot of interest in Ethiopia, provides a lot of development assistance. It has diplomatic leverage as well. So we want the UK government basically to pressurize the Ethiopian government to implement the Pretoria Peace Agreement. As you probably know, Ethiopia has been a federal government, meaning some 80 ethnic nationalities live in Ethiopia. So it's a federal system where the regions or ethnic groups have some degree of autonomy in a federal system. Unfortunately, since the advent to power of the present government led by Abiy Ahmed, he's been basically undermining the federal government, undermining regions' autonomy and so on. So the reason there was a war in Tigray is because of the Tigray government was to keep its autonomy, basically. Because of that, the war started. It went on for 2 years. It stopped now, but it's not of peace. Still, there are a lot of hunger as well. There is hunger and starvation in Ethiopia, in Tigray. Unfortunately, the government have used hunger as a weapon as well, deliberately curtailing the access to food, humanitarian assistance to Tigray as well. Unfortunately, the conflict has spread as well out of Tigray now. In the last year, there is an insurgency in the Amhara region, one of the big ethnic groups. In Oromia as well, where the Prime Minister is from, there is still an insurgency as well by the Oromo people. So effectively, in Ethiopia, there are all kinds of insurgency going on at the moment, unfortunately. The message is basically we want to raise public awareness about the war in Ethiopia, in the Horn of Africa. In scope, actually, it's bigger than the war in Ukraine. In Ukraine, they say there are tens of thousands of victims of war, million refugees. But in Tigray, in northern Ethiopia, the death is in hundreds of thousands. So it's, in terms of scope, extent, scale, the war in East Africa, Horn of Africa, is much bigger. Unfortunately, the media attention is Ukraine, now the Middle East to some extent. So we just want to raise public awareness that there's big problem in that area of the world.